small pistol.
You know which homicide your mama was talking about?
No.
I know your son is not telling me the full truth right now.
This is Elijah Butterbean Moore, a 16-year-old pretending he has no idea why he's being detained after shooting a man in the head in front of multiple witnesses. What he doesn't realize yet is that detectives already know far more than he thinks.
Does the nickname Sauce ring a bell?
No, I don't know nobody about that.
About what I just said to you, about giving me the truth.
I don't know about that, though. I've never shot a gun.
You never shot that gun, but you...
Now, Elijah will do everything he can to convince detectives that he hasn't seen the victim in over a year. But that story won't last.
Right now, you're looking like a cold-blooded killer. You hear me?
Yeah. That's when you grabbed me by my arm.
I know you said all that happened, but what happened exactly?
When you got shot.
On February 16th, 2023, law enforcement in Gainesville, Florida, responded to a reported shooting at an apartment located at 3120 Southwest 26th Terrace in the Phoenix area. Inside that apartment, officers found John Marcus Weeks, known as Sauce, with a gunshot wound to the head. The injury was fatal, and the scene was treated as a homicide. Detectives from the Gainesville Police Department began an investigation into what had happened inside the residence. Very quickly, attention turned to 16-year-old Elijah Lewis Moore, also known as Butterbean. On February 23, 2023, detectives obtained an arrest warrant for Elijah and issued a BOLO alert. Then, at approximately 12:30 a.m. on March 5, 2023, a Gainesville Police Department officer conducting increased patrol near the 900 block of East University Avenue recognized Elijah in a crowd. Several officers responded and moved through the crowd to make contact with him. When they ordered him to lie on the ground, a loaded Glock 26 handgun slipped from his jacket pocket and hit the pavement. 16 years old and already carrying a stolen, loaded firearm in the middle of a crowded street. A records check later revealed that the Glock 26 had been reported stolen in 2020 in Lake City, Florida. Elijah was immediately arrested and transported for questioning. After being contacted by Detective Whitney Williams, Elijah's mother was brought into the interrogation room to sit beside her 16-year-old son. And as you're about to see, she's about to hear things no parent is ever prepared for.
So I wanted to talk to you because I'm gonna be upfront and honest with you. Okay, it's like your mom already told you while you was here. Something happened, and I want to get your side of the story. Okay.
Yes.
All right. You know which homicide your mom was talking about?
No.
No. Okay. So something occurred in Phoenix.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna cut all the BS. All right. I know you know what I'm talking about. I just wanted to get your side of the story. All right. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Because I hear different stories, but if I don't listen to you, how do I know everything?
Yeah, but when that happened, I wasn't even down here. I was in McLean with my brother.
You say you was in McClinney with your brother?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So do you even know what date it happened on?
No, I got a phone call from a white girl calling my girlfriend asking me, did I do it? And
Did you do it?
She was telling her that I wasn't down there, that I was in McLean.
Okay. And which girlfriend is this exactly?
Mimi.
Okay, so you just said a couple of things. I just want to break it down for me to understand, okay? So you said that you heard someone called your girlfriend and told you something happened, and your girlfriend is Mimi? Okay. Is that the one that got caught a few weeks ago, Amiria? Is that her real name? Okay. Do you remember her last name?
Brown.
Okay. So you said that a white girl called your girlfriend and told her something happened in Phoenix and your name came up in it?
Yes,
Did she elaborate on that exactly?
She was like, oh, somebody killed her friend. And then she was like, dang, that's crazy. You know what happened? She was like, yeah, they say Butter did it. She was like, he can't did it because he died in McLean with his brother.
Okay. So do you know who this white lady is? White girl? You say you don't know. Does Mimi know? You don't know? she called Mimi to at least know who she is, right? To have her phone number?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so the white girl called Mimi. You know when that was? Did Mimi call you right after, or?
Screen recorded it.
You said I'm sorry.
She screen recorded it.
She screen recorded it? Mimi did? Okay. So she screen recorded what exactly?
The video that it was in the phone, bro.
So, did you ever talk to this white lady that called Mimi? So how did you know that this phone call happened? Did Mimi call you, or was she with you?
Yeah, people was calling me like they was telling me that she was going out telling them that I did it, but I don't even know.
Draco.
I don't know who she is.
The white lady name is Draco?
That had to be Draco, because I don't heard.
Do you know her real name? I don't know Draco.
I can't. Oh, I don't know that.
It's a fat white lady.
She stayed.
Okay. Let's get a description of her. So you said she's heavy set. Well, you said fat, but heavy set.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she's a heavy set white lady. How old do you think she is?
I can show you a picture of her.
Yeah, you can.
I'm pretty sure I had dealings with her.
She young.
Honestly, I really don't even know her age because she been saying she been grown.
Yeah.
She been saying she been grown for I know at least 3-4 years.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I said if you can give me a picture, I'll take a picture of her. Try to see if I can identify her. You said about 19 or 20? Okay.
She young. Mojo said she young.
Yeah. Who's Mojo?
My sister's baby daddy.
Okay.
He said his big mama went to school with her son.
Also, she probably a little younger. That what you basically trying to say?
Here, Elijah is describing a woman nicknamed Draco, who he claims started spreading rumors that he killed her friend, someone he insists he doesn't even know. But people don't just start rumors like that for no reason, and the detectives in that room were experienced enough to understand that where there's smoke, there's usually fire.
So, do you know what the Phoenix neighborhood is? Are you familiar with the Phoenix apartment neighborhood? You
Probably
know?
by a different name, probably.
I know some people call it the Bird. You know about the Bird? Well, Phoenix is a bird. So I think that's where they get their name from. But okay, you call it the Bird.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so I can just say the Bird now. Okay. So when the last time were you at the Bird? We're at Phoenix.
Last time I was out there, last time my mom took her clothes, when she had took all her stuff out there and put it in the little room.
Your last time you was out there when your mama took clothes out of a room? You remember
She
when
was
that
like,
was?
she was renting the pill stuff to somebody else. That's
Oh, okay. You remember that when that was?
Don't be. I don't know. It was last year.
You said last year?
Yeah. We just had 23. It was last year.
So you saying the last time you was in Phoenix was last year sometime? Remember when last
the
year?
matter of fact is, I ain't been there since since Miss Lawrence got kicked out.
I don't know when Mr. Lawrence moved. I left when CC moved.
So that's the last time you've been out there, when your mama had went and got some clothes for somebody out of Mr. Lawrence's house?
No, I had my clothes.
No ass, right across the road.
Oh, from Mr. Lawrence's house. So it wasn't at their house. Okay. Remember who house it was?
I don't know. And I call them old school.
Wait, you got it old school?
Yeah, I call them old school.
Okay.
He said like directly across from where they were staying at. So it would be on the right side. It'd be going all the way to the back and make the left. And then when you get ready, come around the curve, it'll be
The apartment, right?
I think it'll be the second.
It's a wooden gate.
It's a wooden gate?
Wooden gate, and it's the
It's a
apartment right here beside the wooden gate on this.
On the right
It's
side.
gonna have a buggy with a bunch of cans and stuff in front of it.
A buggy with a bunch of cans, like a
Yeah,
Dixie wagon type
Yeah,
thing?
he keep his cans.
Oh, yeah. It'll still be out there right now?
Yeah, probably.
Well, okay, that's very specific. I mean, that would be easier to find than trying to go and look whoever Lawrence could
And it'd
possibly
be a black issue. I'm not entirely sure of his brother said
He moved before I left from out there.
Okay, and you were out there staying out there with him after your mama was there, or you say you was?
No, when she left, we left together.
Oh, Okay, why you left, or is it like?
When I left,
She got
when
kicked out.
I was out there, like, I got into it with the man, Mr. Lawrence. He called the police.
That's why I say y'all should have it on phone.
He called police on you?
Yeah.
What happened?
And then the police said that got basically, I don't know, but they was telling me don't go back to his house, and that was the only house I was able to go that I knew and that I was able to go to out there, because she had told the people that she didn't want her apartment no more. So then when he did that, the police was like, it's just best for us to get all our stuff from there, so they crossed the road, and then we had left.
Okay. So do you know anybody else that stay out there? No?
Yes, you do.
I know people, but I know, but I don't know them. Like,
Who else do you know out there?
I know, like,
The Bootleg Lady, J-Bo.
I know them, Mom, but I don't know them.
Not only did Elijah claim he didn't really know many people in Phoenix, but he also said the last time he was there was about a year ago. Pretty interesting, considering he killed someone in the exact neighborhood just a few weeks earlier.
Do you recognize who this is?
No.
Look at me, Mr. Moore. I know you know who this is, okay?
I don't know.
You don't know who this white female is? In order for me to get some type of trust out of you, I need you to be upfront and honest with me, okay?
That's what.
Ms. Ridgway, you know who this white female is?
I don't know.
If I knew, I won't lie to anybody, but I don't know what that is.
Is there any reason why your phone number will be texting her or something?
What phone number?
That number.
When?
A few weeks ago.
But it ain't nothing but like 4, 5 numbers in that phone.
Yeah. Okay. Has anybody else used your phone?
I just got that phone.
But you don't recognize her? I can tell you right now, her name is Brandy, and she knows you quite well.
I know that name, but I don't know that picture.
To be specific.
That picture right there, like, it don't look familiar.
Okay, but you know a white lady named Brandy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How do you know her?
My dad. I know her, but I know of her, but I don't know her.
Don't know her?
I know her through my dad.
Well, let me ask you this. When the last time you spoke with her?
Like 5, 6 weeks ago.
5, 6 weeks ago, what y'all talked about?
I was telling them that I wanted to come down there and work, give me some money so I can help Mom get another apartment.
So you want them to help you out to get another apartment? Well, get some money to get some your mama? That's nice of you. Okay. And did you talk to her on the phone, or did you text her? How did y'all communicate?
I talked to her through text.
Through text?
But I didn't talk to her.
Who did you talk to exactly?
Her mom.
Her mama? What's her mama name?
Miss Tina.
Miss Tina? Okay.
As much as Elijah tried to distance himself from a girl named Brandy, he couldn't lie his way out of this one. Brandy was the daughter of the woman his father worked for. What Elijah didn't know was that detectives had already spoken to Brandy, and she told them that Elijah wanted to talk to them about something.
Okay, her mama lives with her father? Are they still married, to your knowledge?
Who?
Miss Brandy's mom is married to her, the one that your dad works for.
They're still married too.
Is Tina married to Brandy's mom, Brandy's father still, to your knowledge?
I have been down there, so I don't know.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to get to, have you been to her father's property before?
Yeah. A long time ago.
Okay. And that was the last time you were there?
Last year though. Like, no, I haven't been out here a year. I was like the year before last.
Gotcha. Okay. And you say you talked to her, the last time you talked to Miss Brandy was 5 to 6 weeks ago?
Yes, ma'am.
What number you called her off of?
I called her off of, I don't know where that phone was called off. I called Camille from my sister's phone.
Your sister's phone? Okay. And who is that, your daughter? Okay. And you called and talked on your sister's phone? How long y'all talked?
I ain't called her.
I'm sorry.
I texted her.
You texted her?
I texted her
The mom?
the Lorenz number under the website.
They own a lot of property. Tina Road.
Tina owns a lot of property?
Yeah, I think it's like a realtor or something like that.
It's like they built.
So did you talk to Tina or did you talk to Brandy?
Huh?
Did you talk to Tina? I don't want to get you confused or me confused. You talked to Tina?
I didn't talk to nobody. I text, like I talked to them 2 texts. And it was, so every time I text them, they asked me how I was. My mom told me, she, all right, everybody in school.
I don't know him like that. I just know of him. And I know, like, Tina Rowan is his dad, supposed to be his dad, godmom, and he worked for him.
Mr. Harold's godmom is Tina?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I got you, okay.
But
You don't know him like that?
Mm-mm.
That's more
I can't even tell you what she looked like. That's why I'm like,
Yeah. Did you ride with Brandy before?
no, I don't know her.
But you know her mother to be Tina.
I know of Tina.
Miss Tina.
Right.
Okay, sorry.
I didn't know of him, just, hearing him talk about it, and then his dad, worked for her. And she went to child support court with him one time when we had child support.
Miss Tina?
But it was years ago.
Years ago? Okay.
But I
Years
don't know.
ago.
Like I said, you probably can show me a picture of her right now, and I couldn't even tell you it was her. Like, I never really, talked to her or nothing like that. Just,
I talked to her, but I never knew her like that either.
Talk to who?
Miss Tina.
Miss Tina. And
But I never knew her like that because every time when she needs something done, she'd call my dad's phone.
Yeah.
And they always would be in Georgia.
Yeah.
And then me and my dad just go do it and call her and tell her that they already have his check wrote on the door.
Gotcha. Okay. So I just want to clarify some things, okay? I want to make sure I'm on the same page as you. You said you don't recognize her, but you know of a Brandy that is Miss Tina's daughter. The last time you spoke or communicated with Miss Tina was through text messages about 5 to 6 weeks ago about getting a job for your mama. To help your mama out.
I asked her, can I come work? But she was telling me they was in Georgia.
Mm-hmm. And the last time you spoke to Miss Brandy, her daughter, Miss Brandy,
I ain't talked to Miss Brandy.
you haven't spoken. When's the last time did you speak to her, to your knowledge?
Last time I spoke to Miss Brandy is before I got locked. Before I ran. When I left from my dad and I ran, when I got caught by the police, I came out here. The last time I talked was her before I stopped, before I left from my dad. And before, it was like 2 years, the year before last year.
So the last time you talked to Miss Brandy was approximately 2 years ago?
The year before last.
Year before last, so about 2 years ago, give or take?
Yeah, I don't been out here a year.
A year, okay.
On top of that, detectives found a message in his phone sent on Friday, February 17th, the day after the murder, where he wrote, "They go hurt my mom." That definitely doesn't sound like someone you barely know.
So you say you recognize him, and I know your mama said you recognize him from the brick, and you say you recognize him from being stealing. Okay, I didn't know if you said thief or stealing. Okay, so what you mean by stealing? Can you elaborate on that for me?
He looked like a dude that was boosting for somebody.
Okay. And where was he boosting at? Exactly.
Yeah,
You said earlier.
I see him in Gardenia.
You seen him in Gardenia too? Okay. Have you ever seen him in the brick? Have you been to the brick before? Do you know what the brick is? It's a small apartment complex.
This is my GPS run.
Oh, okay.
When I used to go back across from
The other side, I know it's the Village Green side, so I use my GPS.
Okay, Village Green is obviously not the same area that the Bird or Phoenix is on.
I know that's what I'm saying. I use my GPS everywhere.
But you know that area quite well. That what you saying?
What?
Village Forest Lane.
I used to live over there.
Oh,
That's where I
okay.
used to stay at.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. You had an apartment before. Okay. So, you ever had any communication with him? I know you said you know of him, but have you ever had any physical contact with him before?
No.
Have you seen him before to talk to him?
No.
Okay. So you don't know him as a nickname or anything? Okay. Does the nickname Sauce ring a bell?
No, I don't know nobody about that.
You don't know? What about you, Ms. Ridgeway?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
I know a couple of, so I know 2 sauces.
You do? Okay.
Well, I don't know him, but I know,
Yeah.
But they call him and then another sauce that stay out there at Grace Market that cut here.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know somebody cut hair out there.
2013.
Okay. So this picture is about 10 years old.
Yeah.
Still don't?
I ain't known them that long.
You know that long? Okay.
The fact that Elijah's mother said she knew the victim while Elijah claimed that he had no idea who that was a major red flag for detectives. For someone who chose to act like an adult and believed he had the power to take someone's life, Elijah was not even close to being ready to take responsibility for his actions. But once detectives make it clear that they've already spoken to multiple witnesses, Elijah's story is going to fall apart faster than he ever expected.
So Elijah, let me break some things down to you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't talk to some people. I don't talk to Mimi,
Yes, ma'am.
okay? Mimi talk to me.
Yes, ma'am.
I ain't mean like I don't want to talk to you type of situation. It was, I'm going to talk to you to try and help you.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm saying you to try and help you, Butter. She called you Butter, but to try and help Elijah.
Yes, ma'am.
You get what I'm saying? Okay. She talked about the situation because he was shot and killed in Phoenix apartments. She talked to me about that. Okay? And I'm here to get your side of the story. I know I said it a couple of times, but I want you to understand where I'm coming from. Because if someone had told me that a situation where they was possibly involved in and something happened and they were, how do I put it? And they were put in a situation and something unfortunate came about, I would want to hear their side of the story. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
You understand, Ms. Ridgeway? Okay. So that's why I want to talk to you, okay? But I need you to be upfront and honest with me because I know you're not right now.
I am.
Okay. Is there any reason why we would try and help you and try and give me some more information?
Help me with what?
Help you with the situation.
With what situation?
The shooting that happened. Elijah?
I don't know. It's probably because of that girl called.
Okay. But she wouldn't be just giving a police officer, because she's street. I know she's street. She wouldn't be just giving a police officer feeding me some false information to try and help you. You get what I'm saying? She obviously loved you. She spoke very, very highly of you. She I don't know how long you said 6 or 7 months, but so through that triangle of love, she expressed that she loved you. And I'm saying the triangle because I'm talking about Ms. Nene as well, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but I need some type of truth from you. And you saying that you're telling me that you're giving me the truth, but your mama knows just about the situation. And I know you do too, okay? And I don't want to be here waiting and playing the waiting game with you because what time is it? You don't be here in a couple hours, all right? Relatively an hour and a half, so, okay? You need a few minutes to think about what I just said to you?
About a few minutes to think
About what I just said to you, about giving me the truth.
I don't know about that, though.
But that was a lie, and Elijah knew it. He also knew the detectives knew. He was just dragging it out, probably thinking there was still some hope for him. Or maybe he believed that as long as he didn't say the wrong thing, he could still control the outcome. Whatever the reason, it wasn't going to last much longer.
There's a reason why I'm showing you these photos, okay? You know why the reason? Because somehow all these people are involved in gotta bring this picture back. Somehow all these people are involved in this man's death, okay?
That's true.
Okay? You get what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Okay, because he was shot and killed.
That's true.
Okay? And that's why I'm here to talk to you, Elijah.
That's true.
I'm just here to get your side of the story. And you're not being clear with me. It's like I'm pulling teeth right now. Now, I shouldn't be having to pull teeth. I'm not Dennis. Okay?
That's true.
You want to talk to me about what happened?
Well, I just told you, though, like,
Okay. Yes, your story, you gonna stick by it?
I didn't, y'all talking to me about this man. I don't know. I just know of him. I never knew this man.
So his real name is John Weeks. You don't know that name? Have that name ring a bell? Or Marcus? No. Marcus. His middle name was Marcus. John Marcus Weeks is his name. Does that name ring a bell at all?
No, I know Marcus McCray.
Marcus McCray. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about John Marcus.
When you said Marcus, I said McCray.
So you telling me you know a Marcus McCray. Okay, gotcha. So you don't know someone by the name of John Marcus Weeks or someone by the name of Sauce?
So,
Okay. Now is your time of opportunity is to tell me what happened, Elijah. You keep telling me you don't know what happened, but I know that's not true, Elijah. I know that's not true. I don't want to waste no more time right now.
That picture you just showed me, that's who they said did it.
Who? Let's go back to the pictures, because you telling me someone else said, so you said you heard about, so someone else said that this man got killed by somebody else?
Yeah.
Okay, now which picture is that?
That Tay girl.
Oh, the Tay girl, so I'm like, Tay. I'm thinking like, who is that? I gotta find a picture, I know I have it.
They already said she was being threatened on Buster Keith.
Okay, well, I'm not sure they didn't even recognize it. So you said that she killed him?
That's what somebody told me.
Who told you that exactly? I would like to talk to that person.
Who told me that? Somebody in Phoenix called me and told me that.
When did they call you?
Last week. They was like, yeah,
So can you tell me more about the conversation that you had? Did you say they called you? So obviously it was on the phone.
Yeah, they was calling me and we was talking. At first we started talking as like we was gonna start a relationship, and then
So it was a female or
a female.
a female? Okay.
And then it took place. Somebody they walked up and was talking about it, and then they was like, yeah, they say the girl Tay back there been saying she was gonna kill him. And I was like, what you just said? And then she was like, well, yeah, the girl Tay that stay in the back. They say that, she said she was gonna kill the dude.
Okay. So you said this.
But she said she don't told me she was gonna kill me though.
Is that when she shot at you a few weeks ago, 4 weeks ago?
She told me that before she shot at me, though.
So here, Elijah had two options: admit what he did or keep lying. And he chose the worst version of the latter. Blame someone else for something he did. Maybe he thought it would be enough to say that a girl named Tay had threatened to shoot him too, for the detectives to buy his weak story. Spoiler alert, they did not.
I'll be clear with you. I know your son is not telling me the full truth right now, okay? And this is probably my last time saying it. It's going to be my last time. I'm here to get his side, but if he's not willing to provide that, I'm going to keep going back and forth. And I'm only speaking to your mom because I'm pretty sure she can speak to get to you to try to get you to understand what I'm trying to say. Because right now, this is a homicide investigation. Murder investigation. That's the most you can get, man. You get what I'm saying? That is something serious. Somebody lost their life, and we are here to talk to you about it. I was out there for hours in Phoenix when it happened. After it happened, I've been out there quite a bit of time. I'm pretty sure everybody probably is tired of seeing my face, tired of me knocking on doors, walking by, asking have they seen anything. A lot of people out there know Butter. So I know maybe 15 people ain't lying about knowing Butter, because Butter ain't a nickname that everybody have out there. It's what you have. A jit named Butter. That's what I've been told. A jit named Butter. And we know a jit to be a young kid of your age. So why is people telling me your name if you tell me you don't be out there? You don't be out there. So there's people just randomly just saying, I'm going to just come up with a name and just give out Butter name.
If I be out there, it'd be a bunch of commotion going on out there. If I was out there. Because when I was out there, all I was doing was fighting, causing trouble.
I know you was. Especially at Mr. PJ house. And a few other people's houses.
No, it was Mr. Lawrence.
Mr. Lawrence's house, okay. Maybe you know him as Lawrence.
And Mr. Terry.
Mr. Terry, when was this?
Huh?
When was this when you was fighting and doing commotion, having commotion out there? When was that?
When she took me out there, when I got out of jail.
Okay. You have any questions, Detective Bills?
Your mind going back to the gun. You took the gun to the abandoned house.
What?
After you found the gun under the grill, you took it to the abandoned house. Where'd you put it at the abandoned house? On the step. When you went back today, was it in the same place you left it? Okay.
And you said it was around the corner. So,
Around the corner.
okay. That gun wasn't involved in the shooting incident, was it? When this guy got shot and died? No? Okay.
I've never shot a gun.
You never shot that gun, but you have shot a gun before? Can we
In
clear?
the country, yeah.
In the country, but you never shot one in Gainesville before?
It's pretty ironic that Elijah claimed he had never fired a gun. Just because you say something doesn't make it true, especially when it's coming from someone who illegally obtained that same gun.
If I will talk to, because I want to make sure, because it's a little late. If I will talk to Clarence, and Clarence tell me on February 16th, all day, Butter was with me. Butterbean, Elijah was with me.
Listen,
He'll be committing perjury, okay? You know what I'm saying? Lying. He can spend some time in jail. And I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble, because what's going to happen is I'm going to have to subpoena him and tell him to come down to the state attorney's office to talk to the state attorney that's involved in this case.
Wow.
If he lied to the state attorney, that is misproportional process. That's committing perjury. And he get on stand and say that is committing perjury. And he can be where? In prison. So if he is your alibi, because I'm going to talk to him, if he's your alibi, I know you will be lying to me.
I'm saying I was with him that day, though.
Okay. But Elijah, I have eyewitnesses, okay? You get what I'm saying? I have eyewitnesses that put you on that scene.
What scene?
Of this guy getting killed, of Sauce getting killed, of Mr. John Weeks getting killed.
What eyewitnesses?
That's not for liberty to say right now, but I'm not lying to you.
Yes, ma'am. I believe.
You believe it?
No, I still don't believe in what you said.
Then why you not up front talking to me about it? Be honest. This is your time. This is your last opportunity to tell the truth about the situation. Because once you go out to that jailhouse, because you ain't going to little boy jail, you going to big boy jail tonight. Once you go out there, I can't talk to you no more, because you're going to have a public defender tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Miss Portia, I'm lying?
Why would I be going to a grown jail when I'm still a minor?
Because it don't
This
matter.
is a murder investigation.
Right.
Your age right now?
Don't matter.
Somebody probably told you that you can lay down for part of 20 years right now. Somebody probably told you that. That's not the case right now. This is a murder investigation. Because I heard somebody told you that. I heard that.
What?
I heard that somebody said you can probably just do 20 years and don't say nothing else. Don't say nothing about it. You can do 20 years. Somebody said that. Because I got a call about that. Somebody told me somebody said that to you.
Everybody told me something about life. If I ever go to prison, something like that.
I don't know the time limit, but this is a murder investigation, so it's not someone's life was taken. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with you, because we're not about to be here all night. We don't be here in here a couple hours. It's 4:12 a.m. All right? You have anything else to tell me, Mr. Moore? You want to give her a hug? I'm gonna give y'all some time.
The moment Elijah broke down in front of his mom meant it was over, and the detectives knew exactly how to get there. Telling him that Clarence could end up in jail for lying to cover for him created real moral pressure. Elijah was still only 16 years old, and he wasn't emotionally mature enough for that kind of weight not to affect him. Now, all that's left is for Elijah to explain what happened. Just minutes after claiming he didn't even know the victim, he's about to describe the exact moment the gun went off.
Who kept putting his hands on you? What do you know him by? Sauce? How long have you known Sauce?
I didn't really know him.
Okay. How long have you known of him?
Like 2 months.
2 months, okay. And that's from being around Phoenix or where? Being around Phoenix? Okay. Tell me what happened exactly.
I went to their house. I asked the girl to take her and get some seasoning. Until we went to the store. And I went back there to get seasoning. And as I was getting seasoning, he came and he was pushing me on the counters and stuff. Then he grabbed my leg and was talking to me.
Okay. So you said a whole bunch of stuff, so I want to break it down, okay? Is that all right? Okay, so you said you went over to the house and you asked Tay. Okay, the picture I showed you earlier is Tay, you call it Tay. So you asked her about some seasoning. What kind of seasoning was it?
Seasoning meat.
Seasoned meat? Okay, you remember the name of it?
I was just looking through the counter getting seasonings.
You were looking through the counter or the cabinets?
The cabinets.
Where was the cabinets located at exactly?
Above the stove.
Okay, so you were looking through the cabinets. Did you find the seasoning?
As I was getting it, that's when he came with the choker, messing with me.
Okay, so how did that happen exactly?
Because I guess he mad because I know that he found out that he stole my stuff. They told me, everybody told me, because at first they wouldn't never tell me that he had took my stuff, but then they told me he found it, and then I had told one more what he found it, and I guess he got mad. Yeah, ever since then he just been messing with me every time. Like,
So when did he take your stuff exactly?
he was stealing all my stuff, like one by one, like all my stuff he had, like the clothes stuff he had, all that was my clothes, like.
So he was wearing your clothes out in the open?
Yes, that wasn't none of his stuff. He was stealing my stuff when one was behind me.
Mm-hmm. So who exactly told you that he was stealing your stuff?
The lady named Miss Honey and the old man named Lumberjack.
Okay, you said Honey and Lumberjack? Okay. So Honey and Lumberjack told you he was stealing your stuff. How did they know he was stealing your stuff?
Because he had stolen Miss Honey's phone and he had stolen Lumberjack's phone.
He stole both of their phones?
Yeah, he was taking their phones.
Okay, so he took their phones and then they just knew he was stealing your stuff. How did they know that it was your property exactly?
How I was describing it, and then the man Lumberjack was going to his house looking in his room closet, and I was describing my stuff to him, and he was seeing all my stuff in his room.
So where did he steal the stuff from exactly?
Out of Miss Honey's house.
So you were staying with Miss Honey? Where is Miss
So I
Honey?
wasn't really staying where I just really had my clothes in the house.
So where's Honey's house? Is it in Phoenix? Where exactly in Phoenix?
Beside, it's, the house is on, you go all the way to the back, the house is on the back right here.
Yeah, the last street?
Yeah, like up in the hole where PJ stayed, but it's this yellow house right here, and then there's the gray house upstairs and downstairs, there's a bunch of whites in the back.
Okay, what color is hers? Is it the yellow one or the gray one?
The gray one.
The gray one? Okay.
Most of what Elijah said here was just setting up what he described as self-defense. According to him, Sauce had been stealing from him. Sure, that can be frustrating, but there are plenty of ways to deal with that situation, and shooting someone in the head is not one of them.
Can you elaborate more on that for me? Of when you were looking through the cabinets?
I turned around, he had the beer can and the gun.
He had a beer can? Where he had a beer can at?
And he said,
Which hand?
his left hand.
He had a beer can in his left hand. He had a gun in his right hand.
And he like, what you doing, little?
He said, what you doing, what?
Look.
Okay.
And I turn around, I was like, just taste it, I get some seasoning. And turn around when you get seasoning, then that's when you grab me by my arm.
He grabbed you by your arm. And which arm was that again?
And this one.
Yeah, okay, so he grabbed you by the arm, and what happened next?
He called himself turning me around.
He called himself what?
Turning me around.
Turning you around, okay.
And then he he pushed me towards the counter, and then I pushed him, then he pushed me back, and then started pushing my back towards the counter harder. And then that's when I kept telling him, let me go. Then he grabbed me by my neck. And I was telling him, let me go, and then that's when I told him, let me go the 5th time, and he let me go. And I said, all right, man. And then that's when he still let me go. That's how I walked toward the door, and then he was still messing with me.
Okay. So I'm gonna draw a little map out. Is that okay with you? We're gonna draw it out together. So I done been to the house a few times, so I have some type of idea of how it looks. So this is Dirty Street. All right. 26. I just put that. Okay. So the entrance of the house is right here. Okay. I want you to write exactly out where you know Tay room to be. Let me go real quick. Tay room to be. You can just point it out. I can just actually say.
So
this is Tay room. And then who room is this?
Ashley and Sauce.
So Ashley and Sauce. Okay, and the hallway is where exactly? Right here? Okay. Where's the kitchen at?
Go like that, and then the kitchen right here.
The kitchen's right here? Okay, where's the living room at? Right here? Okay. Okay, that's how I remember it. Okay. So you walk in the house, and what happened next? You go where?
I walk to Tay room.
You walk to Tay room. So this is the first time you got in the house, you walk to Tay room.
I looked in his room.
You looked in his room. Okay, you looked in his room.
Then I walked to the kitchen.
Okay, and you never went inside?
No,
Okay.
I just peeped my head in that room, and then I walked to the kitchen.
Then you walk to the kitchen, and then you're at the cabinets. Okay, you're at the cabinets, and what's happening?
I'm looking at the names of the seasoning, taking them down, and then
Taking them down?
taking them out of the cabinet.
Okay.
And then as he come behind me, he grabbed me, and he turned me around right here
He turned you around where?
in the kitchen.
Okay, he turned you around the kitchen, and what happened next?
And he pushed me on towards the
pushed you?
counter, and I pushed him back.
Okay.
And he pushed me back towards the counter hard, and pushed me down hard towards the lap. On counter, he got this part high to 40, and then he pushed me. I tell him let me go. Then he grabbed me by my neck.
He grabbed you by your neck. How long did he grab you by your neck?
He held me by my neck till I started trying to go towards the door.
No, how long was he holding you by the neck?
For a good 15 seconds.
So 15, 20 seconds he was holding you by the neck. Which hand was he holding you by the neck?
Both.
Both of them? So by this time,
He have nothing in his hand.
he didn't have nothing in his hand. Okay. So he had nothing in his hand. He was holding you by the neck with both hands. 15 to 20 seconds, and what happens next?
And then I tell let him go walk toward the door. And then that's when all that happened. And
I need you to break it down for me, though. I know you said all that happened, but what happened exactly?
when he got shot,
Okay.
Finally, Elijah admitted the moment he shot Sauce. But instead of taking responsibility for pulling the trigger, he pivoted to a different strategy, where he was suddenly the victim. Unfortunately for Elijah, detectives don't just hand out sympathy points just like that.
And then what happened next?
and then when he got to talk to me, that's when I shot him.
I'm sorry?
As he was talking to me, I was trying to leave to get around him before I had shot him.
Before you shot him? Okay, so where were you standing at when you shot him?
By the clothes.
By the clothes? And the clothes were where exactly?
Right there by the little window. Like when you go through the door and you made that left feet, it was like closed in the back.
So you were standing by the window when you shot him?
Not by the window,
Okay.
but like close to it. Like we was like, it was like,
Were you at any point inside the kitchen when you shot him?
yeah, like I was still in the kitchen.
You were still in the kitchen.
But in front of the window in the kitchen?
Like I was still like, he was still like right here, but it's like it was creaking a little bit. Like he's standing right here, and I'm standing like right here. But we still close. We were still close to each other.
So who's more inside the kitchen?
Him.
Him? Okay. And you were more out by the window? Because the window, if I remember, it's no window in the kitchen. It's window in the dining room area of the
Yeah,
kitchen.
that's what I was saying, going towards the door. I was going towards the doorway.
Okay.
Like I was coming out like this.
Mm-hmm.
But he was coming behind me.
Okay. And you just shot him? Okay. How close were you when you shot him?
Right. From this wall to that wall.
Okay, so I'm him and you're you. How far am I from you? How far was Sauce from you when you shot him?
From this wall to that wall.
From this wall, oh, you said wall. I'm sorry, I didn't
From wall to
understand.
wall.
Okay, so from this wall to this wall is when how close you
I
were.
don't see that to that wall.
Okay, so give or take
No.
roughly what? 7 feet?
But two of his normal steps.
So 2 of his normal steps. Okay.
Really one, because he already walked and spread his legs.
So 7 feet compared to 1 step is not equal. It's not equal to each other.
7 feet, no.
This is 7. This
I'm saying how he walked, he made his
Go ahead and stand up for me.
Like,
So how far was you? If I'm Sauce, how far were you from him?
Right.
How close? I would say.
just like this.
This is how far. So 1 step, I'll be.
Like he take one step and then another one, he'll be right there.
Okay. Okay.
Because his legs, he already take long steps.
Okay.
Like he walk like this.
Really? Okay. Oh, don't fall. Okay. Okay. So, excuse me. So he was a couple of steps away from you when you shot. Okay. Did you push him off, or how did y'all get a few steps away from each other exactly?
Push him off me. And then Ashley
And Ashley what?
was telling him let me go, but he still wouldn't let me go.
So Ashley she saw all of this happening.
Yeah,
Did she see you shoot him as well?
I think.
Suddenly, Elijah remembered everything. Who was standing there? Who said what? And all the details in between. If you're going to pretend you're clueless, you might want to avoid flawlessly narrating the crime scene 5 minutes later.
So who firearm did you use when you shot him? Who gun you used to shoot Sauce?
If I'm going out, it was an old play too.
Okay, break it down to me, Elijah, okay? Because I want to be clear as we can get, okay?
Listen.
When I ask you who gun was used,
No, I'm saying that gun was an old play too.
is that the same gun we found on you today?
Well,
Okay. Because we don't get to the point where I'm going to ask you where the gun is at right now.
Yes, ma'am.
But we ain't there yet. But I'm asking you who gun you used to shoot Sauce with.
the one of the guns that I found in the backyard.
Okay. Where is that gun now?
I threw it
Threw it where?
in Oakley.
Okay. Threw it in Oakley.
Yeah.
If an officer can drive you out there right now, can you show us where the gun is at?
I'll show you where I threw it.
Show us where you threw it. Okay. All right. So when you shot him, what happened next? What did you do next?
I walked off
You walked off? Walked off where exactly?
towards the kangaroo.
Did you go to the kangaroo? No? Okay. So you walked off towards the kangaroo. Okay. And then what happened next?
I called one of my friends to come pick me up.
You called one of your friends to pick you up? Okay. Who was that friend?
He ain't really my friend, but he my friend.
So you're not like a close friend, but
he's like an Uber driver, really.
Oh, you called
I wouldn't get a ride.
Gotcha. Okay. And how did you call him exactly? Was it on Facebook Messenger? Was it on your cell phone?
Somebody called him off their phone for me.
And who was that somebody?
What's his name? What's fat dude named Gator? The fat dude that built Gator.
Now, suddenly, it was too hard for him to remember the names of the people who practically helped him escape. Yeah, right.
And you asked him, what you said exactly?
I said, can I pay $25 to get it?
Okay. And then y'all agreed to meet where?
I told him to meet me at Kangaroo.
Okay. And why did you not go to Kangaroo?
I was going to Kangaroo.
And what made you stop?
He picked me up in an apartment beside Kangaroo.
So you was walking already towards Kangaroo and he just happened to see you and stopped and pick you up right there?
Mm-hmm.
Where did he take you at?
I told him to take me over there by Lake Road, and I called Mom.
You called your mother, Miss Portia, and then she come pick you up or what?
Yeah, but I didn't tell her what happened.
Okay. Miss Portia came pick you up and took you where exactly?
I asked her, can she take me to go stay with my brother?
Asked her, can she take you to go stay with your brother? Who's your brother?
Clarence.
Who?
Clarence.
And that's who you mentioned earlier, right?
Yeah.
That stayed in McClenny.
Yes.
Okay. And then and how long were you in McClenny?
2 days.
2 days? Okay. And then what were you doing during this whole entire time?
Well, I went on there to tell my dad already.
Talk to your dad. Did you tell him what happened?
Yeah, really told people the ones I really love.
I'm sorry?
I told the ones that I really love.
Your mom, you didn't tell your mama? You didn't tell
I didn't tell her until after I told my daddy because I already knew how she was going to feel and I already knew she would take a different way to everybody.
Okay.
So I really waited to tell her.
Sure. Okay, sure. Okay. How are you feeling when this whole interaction happened with Sauce at Tay's house? How are you feeling? Like, were you in fear of your life, or talk to me about that?
And when he grabbed by my neck, I ain't gonna lie, he scared me.
He scared you? And what type
That's the only reason I reacted how I reacted.
Okay. Where was his firearm when you pulled when you pulled the firearm out?
In his pocket, I guess.
In his pocket? Okay. And where did you pull the firearm from?
My pocket.
Which pocket was it?
This one.
Your left pocket?
Yes.
Okay. You pulled the firearm out of your left pocket. And did you just shoot, or what happened? Explain that to me.
When I pulled it out, he had just took his hand off my neck, and then when I pulled it out, he was still coming towards me.
He was coming towards you. Stand up for me. Oh, okay. So he's coming towards you. You pulled it out, and
Like, he's there, like, when he got in, so I didn't turn around and walk all out back up, and then he came back to it, and I said, leave me alone, he kept coming out 4 times like this.
you pulled it out how exactly?
Like this.
And then where did you pull your arm up to shoot at it?
I didn't put
You pulled it out right here?
Yeah, because when I didn't even, my intentions wasn't to shoot him.
Okay. Did you know where you shot him at?
No, ma'am.
Okay, but you pulled it out only by your hip?
Yeah, I just did.
You didn't reach it all up, or how? You pulled it up from
Yeah,
your
I
hip?
just did this.
Okay. You pulled it up from your hip and then you shot him. Okay. Did you know he was shot?
I just seen he failed.
The fact that he felt the need to build an alibi in the first place told detectives everything they needed to know. He knew exactly what he had done. And now he was about to learn that you can't run from the consequences of your own actions. Following the interrogation, Moore was formally arrested on the outstanding warrant and booked into the Alachua County Jail. Prosecutors charged him with second-degree murder, describing the act in court documents as imminently dangerous to another and evincing a depraved mind regardless of human life, but without evidence of premeditation. In addition to the murder charge, Moore was also charged with grand theft of a firearm and carrying a concealed weapon after officers recovered a loaded Glock 26 at the time of his arrest. Although only 16 years old at the time of the shooting, prosecutors chose to charge him as an adult. He was initially held in juvenile detention before being transferred to adult custody. A judge ordered that he be held without bond, and portions of the case file were sealed as the investigation continued. John Marcus Weeks lost his life on February 16, 2023. As for Elijah, he now faces the full weight of adult consequences because pulling a trigger doesn't come with a childhood exemption. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here.